Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome again to my kitchen. So today's video is we're going to continue the series on quarantine recipes. Okay, so today I'll be bringing you guys along and showing you guys my experience in my third attempt at making donuts, jam donuts precisely. Guys, this experience of making jam donuts, it's been an experience. I just keep saying experience because it's been so interesting how much progress I have been making. Hopefully I'm making good progress. So the first time I made this donut, this was a picture. This was what this was what it looked like. It was just so unpalatable. I couldn't even eat it. It was just bad. It looked like buns, but it didn't even taste like buns. It was terrible. I had to throw it away. So the second time I made donuts, jam donuts, it was like this. It looked like this, and so it was like a slight improvement. So I could eat it. It was nice, but I love donuts and I eat donuts, so I know a good donut when I taste one, and that wasn't it at all. So one thing I realized was my issue so far has been with measurements. I remember when I posted the first picture on my Instagram story, and like the first picture of the donuts, and people were like, oh my god, like people kept responding. And one of my let's say Instagram friend, her name is on Instagram is Miss Feishike or Feishike. So she messaged me. She's a baker, so she told me, oh okay, the issue with pastries are measurements. So she sent me a recipe and sent me the methods to follow. So I took that, and on my second attempt I tried to follow the recipe. I tried to use some measuring things at home, but we saw the end product. It still wasn't perfect. So I decided to go to the market and get me measuring cups, guys. I got measuring cups. I also got a small scale, a little kitchen scale, to be able to measure all those measurements that come with grams and all of that, because I really wanted my donuts to be perfect. Okay, this time around I wanted it to be great. So let's see how it goes. Okay, let's see. If you want to see how that went down, keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, and yeah, let's move. So I have my flour in the bowl, then I add my sugar, and then the salt, nutmeg powder, an egg, just one egg, which I broke into it directly, which is not advisable. You should actually put in a bowl before adding it. Then here I'm going with my warm milk, which has been mixed with yeast. Then I'll add my melted butter. So I'm going to put a list of all these ingredients and their measurements in the description box. So yeah, I've placed on the standing mixer, and I'm mixing it for about 10 minutes actually. But the first 1 minute you would use it on a lower speed. So after that you increase the speed, which I have just done. So yeah, we are done mixing the dough, and this is how it will look like. I just showed you guys the texture that I should have. It's sort of elastic in texture, and for the first time I actually got the dough right. This is like exactly how it looks in the YouTube videos that I've watched, and I just continue kneading the dough for just, I think, a minute, and then mold it together and get a bowl. So I sprayed the bowl with a cooking spray, and I placed the dough inside it and sprayed the top of the dough as well, and then I covered it with a cling film, and I placed it in the oven. You can also place it in your microwave. As long as it's not on, you place it there because it's supposed to be in a warm environment, and an oven is usually warm. I prepped my jam by putting some in a bowl and putting the bowl into a microwave to dissolve the jam a bit, and then I sieved it. So I'm going to be applying it into my donut as soon as I fry it. So here we have our dough. Look at it, guys. It has overflown the whole bowl just from that small dough that I put inside. So I put it on my board after spraying some flour on it and on the board, and then I roll it with the rolling pin to make it flat enough for about, I think, 2 centimeters thick. I don't know if I'm that correct, but just yeah, so I did my best to roll it to the rolling pin and then create the sizes and the shapes of the donut that I want it to be. So I'm using a round cup for this, and I sprayed and I placed it into a flour so that it's easy for me to cut out the sizes I want. So then I just create those sizes. Can you see I'm manipulating the edges so that I can get as much chunks of donut as I can from this particular dough? And then I have a tray where I've lined with foil paper, and I've also sprinkled some flour on it. And then the remaining dough, I go in again with sprinkling my flour and flatten it out with the rolling pin to create other chunks of the dough for the donuts. This time around, I just got one big chunk, which I had a bad feeling about. You'll see as time goes. So I didn't want to waste my remaining dough. So I just kept trying to make other little donuts from the remaining dough. So this time around, I went with a glass cup which has a smaller mouth. So I got like about 3 smaller donuts from this. And the remaining donuts, I didn't know what to do with them. I just do what, as you can see what I'm doing to them. Just at least I know to. It says the same, even if it doesn't have a proper shape. I just winged it. I didn't want to waste my dough, like I said. So this is what we have, and then I cover it with my serviette for about 30 minutes and put it in the oven again for it to rise. So here we have it that's risen, and now it's time to fry. So I dip my wooden spoon into the frying pan to just test the temperature. So once it has bubbled up a bit, it's time to fry. You don't need to be too hot. So now I start frying by placing those chunks of dough into the frying pan. And yeah, we're frying. Oops, at this point I stepped out to prep the sugar that I'll be sprinkling on my donut, and if I came back, it's already almost getting burnt. So I just turned it immediately, as you can see, and yeah, it still looks nice, but I was a bit bummed about the burning a little. So I'm placing them on a plate that's been lined with a serviette to absorb the oil. So that's the first set, and I'm going in with my second set. So you can see the normal size donut and that my own other version of the donut. Look at how it looks, guys, but I'm just going to fry it like that. So here we are with the third set. These ones are smaller in size, and some even look disfigured. This definitely doesn't look like a donut, but it tastes like one. What can I do? I'm learning. This is the last set. This is that very big chunk of donut, and this is how it ends up looking while I was frying. It looks like a cupcake. It just looks so funny. Oh my god, guys, look at this. It's so hilarious. I was pretty challenging to fry because it didn't take a normal shape, so I had to just keep trying to stand it. so that it won't be half cooked, so it can be cooked on all sides. So yeah, that's the last set. I'm going to sprinkle some sugar over the donuts as soon as I'm done frying. And after that, I would start inserting the jam into the donut, and I do this with the aid of a straw and a nylon, a paper bag. So I choke in the straw into the donuts in the middle to form a hole, and then I take the paper bag that I've put the jam in, and I use it as a makeshift piping bag to put in the donuts. But I think I'm going to get a piping bag very soon that will have a normal pipe that would enable the jam to go into my donuts very well. So here we are, guys. Look at it. This is my third attempt at donut, and it looks really pretty. Not perfect, but good. So I selected my best donuts of all into a separate place to show you guys. So yeah, what do you guys think? This is what we've achieved on a third attempt at making jam donuts. Yeah, guys, I'm done, and you can see that I'm not so pleased. If you can read my countenance, I expect it to be perfect. I guess it's the perfectionist in me that is, just keeps kicking in, but I still feel that there's a lot of progress. Okay, so I know that there's still lots of room for improvement, but let's test it. Okay, so this appears to be one of the best, out of the ones I made. It's not bones. It looks good, not bad. Feels soft. Let's eat. Wasn't so bad. There's some real improvements. Then let me eat the donut part. Sorry, the jam part. So the challenge I had is the donuts could not go in. Maybe I need to get a piping bag or a piping stuff, so they can go inside. I tried, but it just stayed at the edge, so it didn't really go in as I wanted. But oh well, we keep trying, keep getting better. So guys, it was delicious. It's still very nice. I'm still proud of myself. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching and experiencing my third attempt at making donuts with me. Let me know what you think of this process, guys. From what you can see, give me a rate in the comment section. Rate me over 10. What do you think? And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.